The 2025 Formula One season has unfolded like a story written in two voices, that of Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, teammates under the same roof, yet locked in a battle for supremacy that no one outside Woking can fully understand. For months, Piastri had been McLaren's golden boy, dominating the championship standings since April. Calm, precise, ruthlessly efficient, the young Australian looked untouchable. His rhythm, his confidence, his ability to extract every ounce of performance from the SF25 made him appear invincible. His lead peaked at 34 points after the Dutch Grand Prix, a testament to his mastery and composure. But everything changed under the blazing Mexican sun. A fifth-place finish for Piastri, while Norris surged to victory, ended a 15-race reign at the top and reignited whispers of an old uneasy rumor. Has McLaren been subtly favoring their British star? Fans, analysts, and even rival engineers began noticing subtle patterns. Differences in performance, tire management, pace, and behavior. All pointing to something deeper, something invisible yet undeniable, simmering inside the orange garage. Piastri insists the car is fine. McLaren denies any conspiracy. Yet the numbers, the telemetry, and even body language tell another story. For those who love F1 not just for speed, but for the drama behind the scenes, this is a story you cannot miss. Subscribe to F1 NEWSLINE because what's happening at McLaren could redefine how we see team politics in modern Formula One. When Piastri crossed the finish line in Mexico, just inches behind rookie Oliver Bearman, few realized the true significance of that moment. His championship lead, defended for 15 races, had disappeared. After months of dominance, the young Australian suddenly found himself second in the standings. And the man taking his place at the top? None other than his own McLaren teammate, Lando Norris. To the outside world, it was just another intense race. But to those watching closely, it was the latest chapter in a growing mystery. Why is one McLaren consistently faster than the other? At first glance, the data looks innocent. Both drivers have identical machinery, equal access to upgrades, and a team principal insisting on fairness. Yet the timing of Piastri's decline feels suspicious. Ever since the Italian Grand Prix, where team orders forced him to yield for Norris, Piastri's results have collapsed. No podiums in 4 races, while Norris finishes ahead every time. The calm, confident, precise driver we knew has shown visible frustration. Fans now ask the question McLaren refuses to answer openly: is something happening behind the scenes? The first half of the season had been Piastri's coming-of-age story. Every lap, every corner, every tire managed with surgical precision. The young Australian looked untouchable. But then reality shifted. A DNF, a fifth, a fourth, and suddenly, the championship fight was slipping through his fingers. Meanwhile, Norris has ridden a wave of confidence, attacking corners with freedom and precision. His win in Mexico wasn't just another victory, it was a statement. He is now the man to beat, and the narrative of McLaren unity has been replaced by whispers of an internal power struggle. Some point to technical reasons. Andrea Stella, McLaren's team principal, insists both cars are identical. Piastri's struggles, he says, are purely adaptation issues. According to Stella, the McLaren thrives in low-grip conditions, where Norris's aggressive, on-the-edge style maximizes tire performance. Piastri, on the other hand, excels in high-grip scenarios, where rhythm, precision, and finesse dominate. Stella frames the challenge as a calibration exercise, not a crisis, praising both drivers' professionalism. But fans remain skeptical. In F1, performance gaps rarely come down to style alone. They are also about trust, direction, and development priorities. Observant fans noticed subtle shifts favoring Norris. Since mid-season, car balance and setups seem to align more with the British driver. The optional front suspension introduced in Canada, initially rejected by Piastri, has become Norris's biggest advantage, allowing him to extract lap time Piastri simply cannot. Was McLaren's technical evolution organic? Or has the team quietly prioritized its star? Impossible to prove, yet F1 history is littered with stories where one driver's feedback shapes the car, and the favored driver flourishes as a result. It's not just technical. Norris is McLaren's commercial face, their marketing cornerstone, the hometown hero British media adore. A world championship for him would mean far more for McLaren's brand than one for Piastri, the quiet Australian. Yet Piastri's reaction is remarkable. He hasn't blamed the team or hinted at foul play. Instead, he's looked inward, reassessing his driving style. After qualifying in Mexico, he said, "There are a few things I needed to change pretty majorly about how I was driving." During the race, he battled hard but never looked truly comfortable. "I've been driving the same as I have all year, but these last couple of weekends, the car or tires have required a different way of driving." His words reveal confusion, as if the car he once mastered no longer behaves the way he expects. This mismatch could be mechanical or psychological. Piastri's strengths, rhythm, confidence, composure, have always defined him. But losing a championship lead after months of dominance, especially with his teammate taking it, takes an enormous mental toll. In contrast, Norris rides a wave of confidence, driving freely, attacking with precision. In modern F1, the mental edge can matter as much as a new floor or wing upgrade. McLaren continues to deny favoritism. Stella insists there is no reason to suspect one car is different. Yet fans remain unconvinced. From the outside, it looks like McLaren has quietly shifted its focus. Norris appears fully backed by the team, while Piastri seems isolated, chasing a setup he can no longer master. But the story is far from over. There are 4 races left: Brazil, Las Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi. Circuits where Piastri struggled last season, but where redemption could await. If he manages to reverse the trend, the championship could swing back in his favor. If not, Norris could seal the title, giving McLaren its first driver's crown since Lewis Hamilton in 2008. Ultimately, this is more than a technical issue. It's a test of belief, resilience, and composure between 2 rising stars and the team that binds them. Whether McLaren is guilty of silent favoritism or simply caught in the natural chaos of a title fight, one truth is clear: the harmony in Woking has cracked. So here's the question that will define the rest of the season. Is Oscar Piastri truly battling his car, or is he fighting something much bigger inside McLaren? We want to hear from you. Comment below with your thoughts, and make sure to subscribe to F1 Newsline so you never miss our deep dives, breaking news, and behind-the-scenes F1 drama. The 2025 Formula One season has unfolded like a tale of 2 teammates, Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, locked in a quiet battle for supremacy under the same roof. For months, Piastri had been the golden boy of McLaren, dominating the championship standings since April. But under the blazing Mexican sun, everything changed. A 5th-place finish for Piastri, while Norris surged to victory, ended a 15-race reign at the top and sparked whispers of an old uneasy rumor: has McLaren been subtly favoring their British star? Behind the scenes, the murmurs have grown louder. Fans notice subtle patterns, differences in pace, tire management and overall performance, all hinting at something deeper within the orange garage. Piastri maintains the car is fine. McLaren insists there's no favoritism. Yet the numbers, the nuances, and even the body language tell a different story. If you love Formula One for the drama off the track as much as the speed on it, this is a story you cannot skip. Subscribe to F1 Newsline, because what's unfolding at McLaren could redefine team dynamics in modern F1. When Oscar Piastri crossed the finish line in Mexico, just behind rookie Oliver Bearman, few grasped the significance. His championship lead, defended for 15 consecutive races, had vanished. After months of dominance, the young Australian suddenly found himself second in the standings. And the man who replaced him at the top? His McLaren teammate, Lando Norris. To outsiders, it seemed like just another intense race. But for those paying close attention, it was another chapter in a growing mystery. Why is one McLaren consistently faster than the other? At first glance, the data seems harmless. Both drivers have identical machinery, equal access to upgrades, and a team principal insisting on fairness. Yet the timing of Piastri's decline feels suspicious. Since the Italian Grand Prix, where team orders forced him to yield for Norris, Piastri's results have collapsed. No podiums in 4 races, while Norris finished ahead every single time. Piastri's once confident and precise driving has given way to visible frustration. Fans now ask the question McLaren refuses to address openly: is something happening behind the scenes? The 2025 season had been Piastri's coming-of-age story. Calm, precise, ruthlessly efficient, he looked untouchable during the first half of the season. His lead peaked at 34 points after the Dutch Grand Prix, but since then, it's been a nightmare: a DNF, a 5th and a 4th-place finish. Meanwhile, Norris has transformed frustration into dominance. His win in Mexico wasn't just a victory, it was a statement. He is now the man to beat, and the once perfect narrative of McLaren unity has been replaced by whispers of an internal power struggle. Some argue technical factors explain the shift. Andrea Stella, McLaren's team principal, insists both cars are identical and that Piastri's struggles are purely down to adaptation. According to Stella, the McLaren excels in low-grip conditions, situations that favor Norris's aggressive, on-the-edge style. Piastri, conversely, shines in high-grip scenarios, where precision and rhythm dominate. Stella describes the challenge as a calibration exercise for Piastri, not a crisis. While rational, this explanation hasn't satisfied everyone. In F1, performance gaps are rarely just about driving style, they are often about trust, car development, and team direction. Fans have noticed subtle shifts in the car's balance towards Norris's preferences since mid-season, and the numbers confirm it. When McLaren introduced its latest upgrade at the British Grand Prix, Norris adopted an optional front suspension setup from Canada, which Patrai initially declined. He claimed it was merely different, not an upgrade, yet it became Norris's biggest advantage. So, was McLaren's evolution purely organic, or has the team quietly prioritized its British star? It's impossible to prove, but Formula One history is filled with stories where one driver's feedback shapes the car, and the favored driver flourishes as a result. After all, Lando Norris is not just a driver, he's become McLaren's centerpiece, and the dynamic with Patrai might just define the team's 2025 story. From the outside, it seems McLaren may have quietly shifted its priorities. Norris looks like the driver with the team firmly behind him, while Patrai seems isolated, chasing a setup he no longer fully understands. And yet, the story is far from over. There are 4 races remaining: Brazil, Las Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. Tracks where Patrai struggled last season, but also circuits where redemption could be waiting. If he manages to reverse the trend, the title fight could swing back in his favor. If not, Norris could lock in the championship, giving McLaren its first driver's title since Lewis Hamilton in 2008. Ultimately, this is more than just a technical challenge. It's a test of belief, focus, and resilience between 2 rising stars and the team that holds them together. Whether McLaren is quietly favoring one driver or simply navigating the natural chaos of a title battle, one truth stands out: the harmony in Woking has fractured. So here's the question that will define the rest of the season. Is Oscar Patrai truly battling his car, or is he fighting something much bigger inside McLaren? We want to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to F1 Newsline so you never miss our latest videos, deep dives, and behind-the-scenes F1 drama.